me right. Hello everybody, welcome back to Redneck Enterprise. How are you guys doing? Let's put you right there. I'm doing fine myself. Thank you for asking. You guys are so considerate. But today we got to haul just a little tiny bit of ass. Good Cam. Come on, Ellie. Yeah, and that's another thing. Ellie's up and running. And if I do say so myself, he's running pretty good. Woo! Whoa. But it sounds great. Woo! Damn, yep. All right, so couple of things that we got to get off the list. One, where have I been? We'll start with that right now. It's been the holidays. I've been sick, I've been working, I've been making excuses not to make content. Number two, what the hell happened with Ellie? I thought I said I was gonna show you guys all the work. Oh yeah, where did all that footage go? Well, there wasn't any footage. Two main reasons. Number one, Ellie required a little bit more than the head. He also required a new starter, which threw me way the fuck off. Yeah, like the truck started and ran great, but then after we got the head done, went to go start it the next morning and then the starter went on it. So we had to replace the starter. I think I got a little bit of footage from that. I think I did remember to record that. If I do, I'll throw a little shit-tage together for you guys. But so yeah, the starter was one thing, and number two, I couldn't find a shop that would let me in that would also let me record, which really sucks. So what I ended up doing is simply borrowing a friend of mine's shop. He said he didn't want filming in there, so I just did the work without doing the filming, out of respect. You know, he asked me not to. I wasn't gonna push the, so we just got that done, all that fun stuff. Now, the last thing, what kind of content are we going to be expecting from me, this channel, in the new year, which is really late, because this is like literally almost exactly a month late. If I upload this tonight, which I probably won't, I'll probably upload it like on the 2nd or something. Ooh, guys, check that out. It's one of those old Saturn skies. Buddy is cruising with the top down. What a gangster, man. It's only like -2 right now. That's why I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. It's not cold at all. It's actually really, really nice. If it wasn't for the fucking clouds and a little bit of wind we got, it would be a bloody beautiful day. But, okay, that small distraction aside, the kind of content that we can look towards is I want to get a little bit more serious with my content, especially when it comes to doing mechanical work. And I've noticed that it's really lackluster. Like, I'll kind of explain what I'm doing, set the camera off to the side, and then just fucking do it. I don't want to do that. Increase your guys', the audience's, involvement in those episodes where I'm doing something, I'm building something, I'm taking something apart, I'm repairing. I want to do that. And, you know, that's one thing I want to do. Another thing I want to do, I want to get into more serious vehicle reviewing. So there will be, if you guys have ever seen or heard of the Regular Car Reviews channel, he does an okay review, but then he also does a lot of comedic stuff. I kind of want to get into that, but my own twist on it. Like, I want to get into more vehicle reviewing, and I'm talking with a dealership right now. It's actually the dealership I used to work at. I have friends who are sales folk, and I know the owner there. So I'm going to try and talk to them and see if I can get any chance of reviewing even some of their used inventory, because they got some pretty interesting used cars there that I would like to review and like to do small videos on. I'm gonna try and get into doing more shows, more expositions. I missed a couple of really good ones. There was a snowmobile drag race that I actually was planning on filming, but then I felt like shit that day, conveniently. And then there was the gun expo, but that was the morning that Ellie's starter went, so I couldn't film that. fucking smart car in the middle of oil-rich Alberta. Yeah, I just drifted on dry pavement. Fucking sue me. Shit. Ooh, that pump just opened up. Oh, fuck, this thing is big. Out of order! Are you fucking kidding me? Bam, there we go. Yeah, because we gotta grab some fuel and haul ass, because it's 3:30 right now. I need to be in Lloyd, which is an hour and 10 minutes away at like 4:35 at the latest. So we're gonna have to make up a little bit of time here. But yeah. So yeah, I want to get into more vehicle reviewing stuff. I want to get into more like actual well thought out, well planned videos instead of just me throwing on the fucking camera and just filming whatever I happen to be doing at that time. I want to plan out content. I'm not going to try to adhere to a schedule because that's just a shit show. Especially if I'm going to try and do more long form, interesting content. I can't put myself on a schedule. I'm going to try and keep uploads more consistent than what they've been, but that's the only promise I can make. But anyways, let's grab some fucking fuel, eh? Sorry for the wind noise in there. Damn it. Always like 1 cent over too. Shit. Alright. Look all that good. Ah! Shit. The fucking nozzle came out on me. Yeah. Ah, shit. There. That was a little bit of a panic mode because I was like, oh my god, I broke the pump. But no, I guess there's a shock sensor so that when you drop the pump, no matter what's going on, it'll shut it down and it'll be like, go see the cashier. We don't want you pouring diesel all over the place and setting the whole damn town on fire. So I was done pumping already. Woo. And when I dropped the pump, that sensor, because I didn't replace the pump yet, so it still thought I was pumping. So it tripped the sensor when I dropped it, that shock sensor, and then everything started freaking out at me. But no, we're all good. I'm not gonna burn down fucking Vermilion, at least not yet. But yeah, no, we got, holy shit, dude. 45 bucks brought us from a quarter to 3/4. That's not bad. So half a tank for 40 bucks. But then again, in these trucks, for some reason, the lower half of the tank is tiny. It's only like, I think 50 liters, the lower half of the tank. And then the upper half is nearly 100, so. All right, look both ways. We got a ram coming and we got a clear spot. Go for it. Sideways nearly the whole way up. Yeehaw! Alright. Alright, but I'm gonna reset you guys up on the windshield mount here in a second, so we'll see you then. Alright guys, yeah, sorry, I lied a little bit. Oh boy! Oh yeah! Dude, that sounds fucking beautiful. Alright, anyways, I lied to you guys. I'm not putting you on the windshield because I didn't have it set up yet, so I'm just gonna set you guys on head mount and we're gonna have a quick conversation. Now, we're gonna talk about jigs. Sorry, I keep having to adjust everything. It's fucking itching my brain. So we're gonna have a quick conversation about the actual history of Ellie, how it came to be my truck, and what the plan is with this truck. So, number one, history of Ellie. This truck started out as a fleet truck. For what company, I'm not sure, but there's a couple options in this truck that make it really fleet truck-ish. Number one, the complete vinyl interior. Not a stitch of carpet or fabric except for the headliner, because you couldn't get it in vinyl, just period. That's number one. Number two, the factory installed rear reflector strips that are present under the tailgate. If you peek over the bumper and under the tailgate, you can see them there. And the big ass tow mirrors that used to be on this truck. Those are all indicative of it being a company truck, and I believe it was at one point. That was like the first owner. The second owner was the people we bought it from, I believe. And that was an older couple. They used this truck to tow their holiday trailer. That's why Ellie already has a fifth wheel hitch in them. I'm its fourth owner, essentially, if only the people who have owned it, who I know have owned it. So we got that company that first ordered the truck. We got that older couple that owned it. Then my father bought this truck. Now, the reason my father bought this truck is to, again, same thing as that older couple, pull the fifth wheel camper. We had the old fifth wheel, the 25-foot custom coach travel air trailer. But we had that hooked up to a 94 half-ton. And that poor truck, old blue, that poor truck, oh, that little half-ton gave her all he had, man. But it still wasn't enough to pull that big trailer. The moment that trailer caught any wind, it would drag the truck all over the road. So we needed a heavier duty truck. And Dad was looking and looking. He wanted to stay with this platform because it's excellent. You know, the 90s, early to mid 90s and late 90s GM platform is still an excellent truck. Probably one of the best overall trucks ever built. My father bought it. We pulled a trailer with it, and then when my mother was driving the truck, it started to experience some mechanical problems. Now, this stems from her overheating the truck twice, all right? It's not her fault. She was just inexperienced pulling trailer with truck, and sadly, she drove this truck attached to a trailer like I drive it unloaded. Full throttle, and hope you're pointed in the right fucking direction. It overheated a couple times, it melted a bunch of gaskets, and then eventually that and a couple of timing issues, the truck ran kind of garbo, which is the way, when I first fired it up, that reveal video, that was the way it was then. So we replaced that head, we reset the timing as best as we could, mechanically. That's why the engine light is on, by the way. The truck's not about to fucking explode. It's the computer not knowing. Well, it knows that the engine's timing and the engine's running fine. It's within like a degree. Moving on from that point. What is this, thoroughly, what is this truck? What can we expect from it and the way it sits and all that crap? Number one, this truck is a 1996 base model fleet truck with the 5.7 liter V8 iron block engine, the Vortec. It also has a 4L80E, I am told, by my father. I haven't gone down and checked the castings on the transmission, but I'm told it is a 4L80E transmission. So it's really heavy duty, super beefy. It's gonna last to whatever I want to put up to it. We got that. This truck is a crew cab, long bed. This is the longest standard configuration truck you can get. Now, you could probably order a longer truck through Fleet Vehicle as like a cabin chassis, or, like some of those super long vans. You could probably get one of those longer than this. But at 23 feet 10 inches, this is the longest production pickup the GM ever made, to the extent of my knowledge. Some of the newer trucks might be a little bit longer, but it's by a handful of inches, not feet. So this is about as big as you can, well, as long as you can get a truck. You can get them wider and taller than this. That's another thing. This truck, because it's only a two-wheel drive, is actually considerably shorter than even most two-wheel drive half-tons of today. I'm 6'2", and when I stand beside the truck, the roof is at eye level for me. So that means that I'm guessing the truck's about 5'10", 5'9", somewhere in there. Not a very tall truck. That's going to change, however. I'm going to put slightly bigger tires on it, and I am planning on putting a 2-inch leveling lift on it. So that's new coil springs on the front, new shocks on the front, and I'm going to go with new leaf springs on the back. Not just going to throw a block in them. I want good, durable leaf springs. And that comes into our next point. What am I going to be doing with this truck? And what can we plan on seeing from it? Well, like I said, I'm putting new wheels and tires on this truck. I'm also got a cool scheme figured out with some bedliner and a couple of other custom dealios that I'm going to be doing to it. That's all in the future though, and I don't want to like reveal too much of it now. But realistically, this truck is my daily driver and a towing rig. Another thing that this truck is going to be, it's pretty much going to be, I feel, that although Cecil is OG, and although Cooper has kind of been the poster child of the channel so far, Ellie is gonna be the main face of Redneck Enterprise. Like, you know, it's the biggest, burliest, most powerful truck I got right now. It's also my daily. It's also, realistically, the one I'm gonna be customizing first. So this is the truck that a lot of my early content is gonna be based off of. And by early, I mean like within the next year. This is what most of the content is going to be based off of. Until I can really get the Cooper build underway or starting to get into the restoration of Cecil. That Colorado looks sick, by the way. I love those little trucks. I want a ZR2 really bad. But that's off track. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for this truck. Now, I do want to say, this is not gonna be like the way I build my vehicles. I'm not gonna ask you guys for what should I build next or what do you think I'm gonna do to my vehicles. I just want to come out and say it right now. I'm gonna do what I want to do to my vehicles. If you guys don't like it, you don't need to watch it. You don't need to look at the truck. You don't even need to acknowledge its existence. And I don't want to hear a bunch of just hate and BS being thrown at my vehicles because, oh, he didn't throw a lift in it, oh, he didn't swap it for an LS, oh, yada yada yada, oh, he doesn't drive a twin turbo 1,000 horsepower daily. You know, like, this is not the point of this truck. This truck might get 3 performance mods: intake, exhaust, tune. Well, it's definitely getting those for sure, 100%. Or like I might big block swap it. I don't know. I think I really want to put a 7.4 liter in this truck. That would be nice. The big old 454. That would be really nice for torque and towing. But that's years on at this point. So with that all out of the way, we now have a full outline of Ellie and what he means to the channel and where we're going to be going with Ellie in the future. Here we are, guys. We're in Lloyd now, and you know what? We're not late. It's only been 40-ish minutes, so the trip to Lloyd is actually a lot quicker than I thought it was. I didn't even speed. That much. All right, guys. Here we are. Signs and more. But the store I'm talking about right there, Adventureverse Gaming. This store is owned by a couple friends of mine. My friend Troy and his son Levi, who's actually one of my best friends. They own this place and they run it. And I'm pretty dang sure they're open right now. Let's see if we can't disturb them a little bit. Troy! Quickly, what is your business model? What do you sell here?
I sell fun.
Pretty good business model.
I thought so. But I'm biased.
Yeah.
You like fun?
I like fun.
Everybody likes fun.
So I'm going to sell fun.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Troy, the owner of Adventureverse. If you guys need any nerdy model stuff, games, as Troy just says, plain old fun. There's even cool stuff like tanks, paints, everything you need to get your modeling started or collection cards. Come see Troy over here at Adventureverse. You guys are usually open, what, 4 to 9-ish?
4 to 9, except on Wednesdays, because I'm helping out with youth today, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you guys are interested in any of that, come on down, check it out anytime you guys have free time.